What's going on? We've got a little product review today. K9TC on YouTube sells these things. They're called fire patties, and there's a lot of claims to the worthiness of these things, as far as they claim to be waterproof. They claim to have zero shelf life, as in they'll last forever. They claim to be very easy to start, and they are non-toxic. So like if your kid or your dog gets hold of one and starts chewing on it, it says you won't get sick. I'm not sure if we're going to test that. Hell, maybe I will. I don't know. But we're going to put it through the ringers. In his video, he shows several things on how well these things work. Now, I've got some concerns with that, as far as how he let them get established in flame before doing some of this test, where in reality you may not have time to let them get established before you have the wind or the rain, so on and so forth. So we're going to give them a test. We're going to give them a run. Let me point the camera down. It says they're non-toxic, so I'm going to do this in the house, since we're pushing 100 degrees outside, and Mama's not home to wrangle the dogs, so I'd be fighting them too. So we're going to do it right here on the stovetop on a cast iron skillet, and we're going to check them out. So we got one over here soaking in a pan of water, checking waterproof, and let's get on with it. Hang in there. Okay, so here we go. So basically, there's a couple different ways you can buy these. First off, you go to K9TC.com, and there'll be a link to where to get them, as well as some of his videos on how to use them. Now this is the refill pack. You can buy a 6-pack of them in a tin, and then this is a pack of 12. Now I've been playing with them a little bit, so I kind of know some of the answers on what we're going to be looking at. But this is a refill kit. It comes with 12 discs, or patties if you will, in a really heavy Ziploc bag. So as far as the waterproof part of it goes, we're going to test that here in a few minutes. But if you keep it in this bag, or I don't know if the tin that they come in, I didn't get that, if they come in a tin, if that's waterproof or water resistant. There's a couple different things that I talked to this dude about. First off, he was like, so what do you think of the colors? What do you think of the smell? And my first reaction to that was, well, honestly, bud, I could give a shit less about the colors. Why do I care if my fire starting equipment is some sort of color? Well, he schooled me on it. And he made a very good, valid point. If I'm in the field and I drop that in a bunch of weeds or something like that, you're going to be able to see it. The brighter colors makes it easier to find if you happen to drop it. The smell, which I said, I don't care about smell. Well, he schooled me on that as well too. If I'm carrying these in my pack and this bag gets open, it doesn't smell like, it's not going to smell up my go bag or your bug out bag with any petroleum or anything like that. And there's no accelerants in these, from what they claim. I don't know exactly what's in it. I'm assuming it's a wax-based cotton swab, and then dipped in more wax. And just from other videos I've seen of similar products. Now, as far as the smell goes, they really have absolutely no smell. So there's no fragrance, and there's no smell that's gonna be irritating. So let's just start off with they come in several different colors. As a matter of fact, he just came out with one. It's a zombie green. This is kind of the zombie green, I think. But his new one's got looks like blood splatter on it. If you want to be have something cool to show everybody, hey, go for it. Since there are different colors, and I got a whole bunch of the red or whatever color that is. I'm going to use one of these for the very first start. Now, I'll go ahead and leave a couple of them out because we're going to play with a couple of them. And then I got one over there soaking in water. We'll play with that. Let me put these back in there, get them off this side. We'll show you how this is supposed to work. Now, if you've got dry wood, supposedly you can just use a little piece of it. So we're going to go ahead and tear off just a little piece. And you can see the fibers in there. So that's what's telling me that it's basically a flattened out cotton swab that's been soaked in some sort of wax. So we're going to fluff it out and then we're going to give it a shot. See how easy this is to start. Once again, somebody sent this to me a long time ago and I want to find out who, and I want to find out how to get more. I love this thing. It works great. Little ferro rod with magnesium stick. Alright, so we got it fluffed up pretty good. This one's dry, right out of the bag. I'd call that a pretty good start. So let's see how that goes. Now, while that's burning and catching, set that right off the side there. Get these over here. The other way to do this is to see if I can maybe fold that under or something so we don't have those fibers showing. The other thing that he explains is that when you get these and you're ready to start a fire, you can just kind of scrape it with a knife or whatever and just get down to the fibers in there. Just like so. And with that, you should be able to just start it up. So let's give it a shot. I do have to say, it is very easy to start. No doubt about that. You can see that. They're supposed to have about a 9, I think it's a 9 to 13 minute burn time for a full patty. So we're going to set these off to the side and just kind of let them go. Kind of curious though, this right here, if you have any wind or anything, is that going to put it out? That's kind of disappointing to me. Let me turn this light on here, get you guys a little bit more light. That's kind of disappointing to me. Let's see if this one goes out. Now see, in his video, he showed, I mean, the thing was fully engulfed and he was able to blow really, really hard on it. But let's be realistic. You don't always have the opportunity for it to get fully engulfed in flames. So let's see if we can get these relit and see what happens. Try and, yeah, of course it's hot. That doesn't seem unreasonable. Well, it starts right back up. Let's get that one fluffed back up. They're very easy to start, there's no doubt about that. And if you're in perfect conditions, well, I can see how this is a great product, without a doubt. The one thing, you do get a waxy feeling on your fingers, but you know, it is what it is. So let's check out this other one I've got soaking in water. Now, one thing he did in his videos was he kind of, you know, as he got them started, he held them up like that, which, you know, this could really help it get going, I would assume, because you're presenting more flame over the wax. But we'll see. Alright, so right here I've got one that has been soaking in water. So let's pull that out. That's been in the water for about an hour or so, just floating around in there. So according to what they're saying, they're fireproof, so I should be able to just start that right up. So let's grab our ferro rod. Let's expose some of the fibers that I would assume would be dry because of the wax coating on the outside. See how well that starts. Well, not so good. So let's give it a chance. Let's try something. Let's grab a paper towel here, and it's reasonable if you get something wet and you want to start it on fire, you're probably going to want to dry it off. So let's give it a little pat dry. Probably use a t-shirt or something to do the same thing. Now let's open it up, expose the fibers, and see if it'll still start, or if it'll start this time. Okay, you give it a pat dry, it should go. Now, on this one here, in his video he shows they're waterproof, and he shows that by using a squirt bottle. And he uses kind of a direct stream, you know, like here, let's see if we can do this. Here, I'm using just a mist, okay? That should survive it. If it's waterproof and the way he shows it, let's see. Okay, that's pretty good. I respect that. That one died. And then that one died. I would not be, you know, there are fire starters out there on the market that claim to be waterproof, and they really are. You can float them in water while you're doing it. In a practice trial, I tried playing with one and lighting it in the water. Obviously a no-go since I had to pat dry this. And I'm kind of concerned here. Let's, that was a very light blow, if you will. Let's see if we can't fluff it up better. Expose it to more of the cotton on the inside, and see how this works out. Okay, like I say, I can't knock on how easy they are to start. I can't. You can see right there, that works really well. As far as the claim to be waterproof, yeah, this one's been soaking in water for over an hour. If you pat it dry, it's going to work. Now the rain thing, those, they just didn't do it. I do want to let this one patty get fully engulfed in flames, and then we'll try the blow job test. And we'll try the water spray again. Give it a chance, although, I mean, if you're starting a fire, yeah, you may not have rain right when it starts. If you do, you're going to have to cover it just like you would any other fire starting means. So we're going to let that get fully engulfed, and then we'll try it again. Okay, first thing I want to point out, we're not quite to the testing phase on this one yet. We're letting it get going. But it's been a good, at least 5 minutes that this has been going. It's got a nice high flame. You can see my hand. The flame is kind of flickering up towards past my wrist. I mean, this is a great fire starter. I can't take that away from it. But you know what? To be fair, this is what I've always used. I soak cotton balls in alcohol. So let's do a side-by-side test. I'm going to have to do that over here where there's none of that melted wax, so that doesn't contaminate the specimen, if you will. And let's see how easy this is to start. One shot, it's going. Now, right from the beginning, can you blow it out? Yes. Goes right out. Starts right back up. Difference is you don't have to fluff it around like you do that one. But what's the burn time? Well, first off, let's keep an eye on it and see how well that gets up there. And right off the bat, can I squirt it? Goes right out. Can I start it back up? Not as easy. Unless maybe I fluff it out, expose some of the stuff that didn't get wet. It starts back up. So now we'll let that one get fully going. We'll test them side by side, as well as I'm going to keep an eye on the time and check out the burn time on that compared to the burn time on that. So we'll be back in a few. Right up. Oh shit, that one went out. Let's start it back up. I think it probably hit some of that wet part. Fluff it up. Expose more of the junk inside. There we go. All right. We'll see how it goes. So we'll be right back. Okay, to be fair, I wanted to show you this. We're only about 2 minutes, 3 minutes, maybe, since last time. And you can see my cotton ball keeps going out. It's because I exposed it to water. Now it'll start right back up, but it definitely doesn't have the burn time, the dependability after this has been wet to continue going. Okay, see? So I do have to say, although this is multi-purpose, this is a medical aid. I mean, it's an alcohol-soaked cotton swab, so you get a cut, you can immediately disinfect it with these and start a fire with them, which you've seen me in many of my videos start fires with these. But that's been exposed to water, and now it's pretty much worthless, where that one didn't. All right, so let's give that one the blow job. Not real thrilled with that, I gotta be honest. See if we can get that relit. They'll start right back up. I mean, I can't take that away from it. I would say that these patties are definitely much better than the cotton swabs. You get a much higher flame, much longer burn time, a lot more reliable, although you're not going to start these underwater. But in the rain, and this is from kind of far away, that's not bad. And in the rain, unless it's a hard downpour, you're not going to have kind of that much water hitting it. But a good full squirt from this, I don't know if you guys can see it, that's all it is. I'm almost going to kill me. I'm hitting the recipes and the pictures on the side. I will say this. I am going to probably purchase another dozen of these because they are a more dependable fire starter than my cotton swabs. So if we're going to go, let's say on a scale of 1 to 5, the claim of them being waterproof, I'll give it this. They can be soaked in water. If you pat dry them down, open them up, they're still going to light. Don't know on these, I didn't test those. I assume, well, I kind of did. I mean, I squirted it, you had to open it back up, but it wasn't reliable after that. Longer, much longer burn time on this. Much higher, hotter flame with the patties. So, I gotta give it to you, Canine TC. These are one hell of a good product. I will give it that. Do they go to the extent you show in your videos? I didn't see it here, and I'm trying to be realistic and give a fair assessment. I will be buying some though, because I do like them. They are much more dependable than the others, or my, I should say my cotton swabs. So, either way, I do recommend them. Just don't expect them to start up in the middle of a windstorm, to maintain a flame in a windstorm or heavy rain. But they do start much easier and more reliable than anything else I've tried. So there you go. Canine TC, thank you for the opportunity to review these. I hope I didn't disappoint you, but I gotta be honest. And there you go. So y'all, talk to you later. Have a good one.